man, let's talk about last night's game, bro. Baltimore Ravens hosting the Detroit Lions, two heavy hitters in the NFL right now, man. And man, it was a crazy game, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Each quarter, I don't know if you noticed, each quarter, each team scored a touchdown. Crazy. I haven't seen that in a little while. I don't know if you have seen that in a little while, but for both
Not on
teams to
my
be
team.
scoring, not my team. No, no, mine's either. Mine either. I don't even want to talk about the Cowboys right now. It's gonna throw me off. But it was dope to see on the box score that quarters 1 through 3, each team put up 7, and then quarter 4, the Lions put up 17. The Ravens only put up 9. The Lions ended up winning that game. The Ravens lost at home. Dude, just to go over the stats, we starts going over the whole game. Jared Goff threw for 202 yards, 1 TD, 0 interceptions on 20 completions and 28 pass attempts. David Montgomery had a day, man. Had a day. Ran the ball 12 times, 151 yards, 2 TDs, and he had a catch for 13 yards. Jamar Gibbs had a day too. 22 times he carried the ball, 67 yards, 2 TDs with 5 catches and 32 yards. Amon Ross St. Brown caught 7 passes for 77 yards and 1 TD. And then we look over to the Ravens side. Lamar Jackson threw for 288 yards, 3 passing TDs, 0 interceptions, 21 completions on 27 pass attempts, and he ran the ball 7 times for 35 yards. Derrick Henry ran the ball 12 times for 50 yards, had a rushing TD, but another fumble 3 weeks in a row. Man, there's a lot of unravel about this game, man. But I just want to get your thoughts. Any takeaways you got from this game? Did you like the game? Did you think that hit, man? This game should have been thrown away, thrown in the dumpster, or were you really excited for it?
No, I was looking forward to the game, and I think it lived up. I think for the most part, most Ravens games tend to, though I hate them. They always seem to put on a great game. Doesn't matter if they're playing someone lame or somebody great. Um, but again, as usual, that I've been saying for years and years, the Ravens just don't get it done. Right? Fourth quarters, they start to crumble. Whether it's has been Derrick Henry lately. I'm not always going to put it on the mark. Got to be fair in terms of fumbling the ball late in games or at any point in the game. But lately, it's been crucial, crucial points. But that's not really his mo in general. I just think surprisingly, if you were to say, okay, well, who's going to win the run game between these two teams? You would have said the Ravens because of Derrick Henry obviously coming into the game. But as you said, Montgomery and Gibbs, these guys combined for 200 yards. They're killing, they're rolling, they're catching. They're just not to say that they're not capable, but that was more surprising to me to see how dominant the Lions were in comparison to the Ravens in terms of running the ball, obviously protecting the ball as well. Can't give away the ball late. That's just going to cost you the game it has for the Ravens past
Mm.
2 weeks. And on top of the fact, the Ravens, I mean, they damn near put up 200 points this season and had 2 losses, right? So the defense on the Ravens is very confusing to me because, they've always been this historically great defensive team. Even if the stats aren't there, they're physical. You don't want to play them. It's just always a headache for them defensively. But they're just allowing people to run the ball and get into lanes and just do whatever they want against them. So don't know what to expect for them. I just was the same story they were last year until like in that final 6-7 weeks where they took off and got hot defensively. Won't be overly concerned with Derrick Henry. I don't think this will be a thing that he always does. I just think he's hyper focused on trying to prevent fumbling and therefore fumbling. But once he gets 1 or 2 games under his belt where he doesn't fumble and they win and they just look fine, it'll go away. But for now, as a Bengals fan, this is a beautiful thing to watch. I love it. Top of the After a pathetic performance we have, we're still at top of the division. So I will take it, even though who cares about division stories in week 4.
Yeah, it's only week 4. It's only week 4, but it's still the start of the season, man. But the Baltimore Ravens defense, man, they're looking bad, bro. Only 3 games in. There's a whole lot of football left. I don't think that they should panic right now. But dude, they're not able to stop the run. They're not able to stop the pass. They're not able to get turnovers. They're not able to help Lamar, Derrick Henry, and that offense stay on the field and scoring and points that they literally are out there like, yo, we gotta outscore our opponents. If not, we're not gonna win. And just like how you mentioned with Baltimore's defense, they're always historically great. Every single year, they're always good or either great. There's no below average. There's no average. It's always above average and more. And this season, man, with 3 weeks have gone by, it's just been looking horrible, man. And they need to do something about it. Yes, it's still early. There's a lot of football left to be played. There's a lot of tune-ups that they can do, but right now, man, they're showing horrible signs of being a horrible defense. They can't stop the run. They can't stop the pass, and it's tough, man. Like you're gonna be going up against these prolific teams. You got freaking Kansas City next week. Kansas City hasn't been looking so good, but you never know with Patrick Mahomes and Travis Kelsey. They could turn it up whenever they really feel like it. Whenever they get the momentum to get on fire, they will. And if you're gonna go up against a team like that, it's gonna be tough for you to stop them if they start getting on a little hot streak. Now, when it comes to the offensive side, Lamar Jackson's been doing his thing, man. I don't think there's anybody that can give him any negative talk right now. He's been doing his thing. Mark Andrews didn't look good through the first 2 weeks, and now he's looking like a Hall of Fame tight end. Six passes caught, 91 yards, 2 TDs. It came out of nowhere. Lamar threw 3 touchdown passes, and Derrick Henry, they try to put it on him for him to run the ball. The Detroit Lions are not really a great run stop defensive team, but they're in the average side. They're in the middle of the pack of the league. But when you got Derrick Henry running the ball and he's only getting 50 yards a TD, he's doing his job. He's doing good work, but then he goes and fumbles for the third week in a row. And I don't think Ravens fans need to panic. I don't think that he's going to be doing this for the rest of the season. I think he's going to work on it and he's going to find a way to secure the rock. But to me, it looks like he's running out there too loosely, like he hasn't been in the previous years. I don't know what happened this offseason. I don't know what has changed for him, but he needs to keep it high and tight like he's always had and stop leaving it out here for guys to come and punch it because he's a big dude. Anytime a linebacker, a corner, a safety, anytime they go up to him to try to tackle him, they're going to try to go for their legs immediately and they're going to try and punch out the ball just because he's a big guy. So they're trying to do something for it. But now, just recently, that he's been fumbling a lot, now defenses are going to be like, yo, go for the arm. Go for the ball. He's going to fumble that. He's going to fumble that. And it's going to be tough for that Ravens offense, man, because if he fumbles the ball and their defense isn't clicking and they can't stop the run or the pass, where are they really going to go?
Yeah, you're right. And like you said, they got the Chiefs. And I know I've kind of been a loner on it, but the facts have shown that over the past 3.5 seasons, Super Bowl or not, Chiefs offense is slowly taking a step back every year, every
Yep.
6 months, 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
They're taking a step back. And again, I know I'm not going to just knock Mahomes and think he's a scrub or anything, but you got Hall of Fame talent with you. You're going to get Hall of Fame results. He had that. Now he doesn't. And it's kind of looking in, right? I know Worthy was supposed to play in that Ravens game, but that was probably a tease. I don't know if he'll play this week either.
Yeah.
Thornton, not some high prolific receiver, but has some big play moments. Was able to, you know, negate a near catch miss the other day and then follow up for the very next play with a touchdown catch. So I like him. I think that game could be interesting. Lamar 1-3 against Mahomes overall, only one win, and that was a regular season game. So, like I said, this can very quickly be a 1-3 Ravens team. Like you don't want to wait forever.
No, no, and especially you don't want to start off the season like that, man. You got the AFC is stacked, bro.
Why not?
Yeah, like
I know. I
for
think
sure. But dude, like Kansas City, obviously, they're gonna be the forefront because the last 4 or 5 years they have been, but they started the season off bad. It looks like their offense isn't what it is for sure. Their defense isn't what it is last year for sure. And they might have taken 2, 3 steps back, but you still got other teams in the conference that are ready to take the leap and take the throne over the Kansas City Chiefs. And Baltimore is one of those teams. But if you got these other teams creeping up and you're not doing your job, you're not doing what you really need to do to stop these other teams, they're going to come and they're going to leap in front of you and they're going to get to the Super Bowl before you do. And one of the teams right now that comes to mind, the Buffalo Bills. Like,
yeah,
you guys, they got
Bill.
to get their defense down pat. They got to get their defense down pat.
Yeah, and that's a team that's what they've already struggled with. Now you got to add in the Colts, who look good. Then you got to
Yep.
add in, the Chargers, who are looking better. You
Hmm.
can't wait in the NFL. Miss your window, you're out. So that's what I'm hoping for.
Yeah.
At least get them out.